made you choose the name Zachary Adair McCray?
Adair was my mom's maiden name, so that one was easy. But Zachary, we started at the beginning of the alphabet and tried to agree and made it all the way to the end, so Zach won out. So Zach thinks that he's named after Zachary from Home Improvement. He has always thought that that's who he was named after. And we did see that name, but I don't know if that's why, but that's what he always thinks. That's why he was named Zachary.
You thought this was going to be a sweet documentary? Psych! Welcome to the Zacumentary, where we exploit all of his biggest flaws. My name is Ryan Shutt. Now, there's a cult on the rise, and I feel the need to warn you about it. This cult is growing in popularity, and it doesn't even deserve to be called a cult. Hopefully we can get rid of it before it's even considered a following. It's called the Zach McCray Fan Club. Now, one might ask, what is a cult? When Googled, the results say that it's a relatively small group of people having beliefs or practices, especially relating to religion, that are regarded by others as strange or sinister, or as imposing excessive control over members. I hate to burst your bubble, folks, but Zach is not him. If every mediocre guy got a cult named after him, I mean, there'd be a lot of them. I've sent my colleagues out to collect footage from people who know him the best and will tell us the truth about who Zach McCray really is. Behold, they've returned. Shay.
Yes?
What have you discovered?
Let us show you what we have discovered.
Here, we've recorded them all. Take a look.
Zach is a big reader. He's also a big movie watcher, not just because he's an educator, but he's super passionate about just consuming literature and pop culture. He loves that world. Obviously, he teaches that world. So I grew up in a sports-loving household, and Zach does love sports, but he thrives in nerd culture. And that is just not the world that I am from. I'm not a big reader. I am now, but I wasn't prior to dating Zach. And his humor stems from a lot of deep cut nerd culture. And there are sometimes that he can make the room burst out laughing.
Surely they're laughing at him and not with him, right?
And he can relate to somebody about everything because of that. But sometimes I'm like, ha, 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 because I don't get it. And I feel like I understand humor in general more because of Zach, because he is trying to make you laugh. He's not doing it just on something that's like trendy and pop culture, and he's trying to like make you enjoy the moment. And I find that so fun because he does things that are only applicable to me, like inside jokes or, whatever. And I feel like I have just learned so much about humor in general, but also about myself and what I find funny because Zach sees that in me and then wants to make me laugh. I feel like he's never doing it for just the punch. He's always doing it for, I want to see like you experience the joy and make you laugh, which I really appreciate. It's hard to do in humor, I think.
Obviously, there's a lot you love about Zach. Is there anything that just like drives you up the wall about him that like you can't stand?
No.
You idiots! You interviewed his wife? Of course you wouldn't get the dark and ugly truth out of her. Let's see who else you got.
This rocking chair, this is what I rocked him in when he was a baby. Yes, he is an avid reader. We started reading Harry Potter when he was very young, and we got to about the third book, and he said, "Mommy, it's getting a little scary." And so we stopped reading it for a while. Then he picked it back up again, and he read a lot of those. And then he started reading after that, because that's kind of when he... But yeah, one of the things that he always did, just only child, no one to entertain him, he had his own YouTube channel.
Exactly what the early days of a cult leader would look like. You get online, you start making your little tinfoil hat videos. All of a sudden, you're saying, hey, join my Patreon, and then that's how you get the people. We know how this goes.
I don't get his sense of humor, but everybody else thinks he's funny.
Wrong.
So I just laugh along with them. He loves to have our attention all the time. When we're watching TV, he would always get in the middle of us in front of the TV and make us watch him. And
So there's just something we've got to know.
sure.
Is there anything that just irks you about Zach McCray? Like you can't stand it for any reason?
No.
Really? You just
Yeah,
you
no. I love everything about him.
Not just.
just- nothing, just a little bit.
No.
You both should have known that a mother wouldn't give you anything bad, especially about her only child. This better be good.
Any mail from Zach McCray is happy mail. And you can even tell, there's something about it. I don't know if they've invented smell-o-vision, but when I get an email from Zach McCray, I can almost smell the joy coming from the computer. It was that way when he first became a student at Florida College. You know, the dismal gray of everyone walking in, and suddenly the door opens like a movie scene. And in walks Zach McCray, big, tall figure, blonde, and creative genius.
Creative genius? Are we just throwing that word around now? Is that just, you're a genius, you're a genius?
And he moved aside, and Dobby was standing right behind him.
Who's Dobby?
The elf from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was personal assistant to Zach while he was a student for the first 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shame about the knife. So yeah, I can make fun of Zach for his dating habits and
Okay, dating habits, I don't really have much room to talk there. I'll let Zach have that one. That's a dub for Zach.
talk about his chapel announcements and his Harry Potter stuff and
What a dweeb. Has every interview mentioned Harry Potter? He's into literature. No, he's into wizards.
Are we actually interviewing now? This is part of the actual interview. Have you been filming this whole time?
Yeah, I've been filming this whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've just been riffing.
But listen, isn't this how you would describe a cult leader? My life was nothing until one day, peeking through the gray of the dreary life I lived, was this beacon of hope. And now I'll do anything they ask me to do, including drinking the Kool-Aid.
So is there any parts that you hate about Zach McCray?
Yes. There's one, the only thing is how happy he makes me. Because I don't like being happy. It's a part of my vibe is the angry eyebrows, and Zach always makes me go like this. It ruins the look, you know. People see the real inside. They have hope. You don't give your students hope too early.
Okay, maybe he's not as bad as we thought.
Yeah, from day one, even before the specialization of mass media, even when it was just his communication classes, I loved all of Zach's classes. I feel like he always was really set apart.
The only reason he's set apart is because he looks like a total nerd.
For me, from any other teacher that I had through high school and then even through college, of just pushing me beyond what I thought I was capable of and what I thought I was going to be good at, and actually made me enjoy things. I think if you've heard my Coin Legacy speech, which I actually gave Zach and Maria and Mel my Coin Legacy coin, which I talked a lot about how throughout high school I didn't think I was somebody not necessarily cut out for the academic part of college, which is the whole part of college. And so I was nervous about coming to school, coming to college. And I'm super thankful that I found Zach McCray, because he showed me that just because you're a fish trying to climb a tree, that doesn't make you stupid. That just means you're doing the wrong thing. Zach showed me that I just needed to find an ocean to swim in. And quite frankly, he gave me multiple oceans to swim in and showed me my strengths and my opportunities and things that I could grow in. So, yeah.
So is there in any way a reason to not like Zach McCray?
There has to be one.
There has to be one.
Yeah.
I'm actually so glad that you guys asked me. I was really hoping we would eventually get here, because honestly, no.
No.
No. Yeah, he's great.
Are we sure we want to go through with this? He actually seems pretty respectable.
Hey, how's it going? So, the people want to know, okay? The people want to know. Yep. How do you feel about Zach McCray? Ah, yes, of course.
All right. This is pointless. Give me the contract. I'm joining the Zach McCray fan club.